Okay, so a few things. Let's get some things out of the way first. First things first, I don't think Tito is a good friend. I don't think there's ever been a situation that Tito has shown herself to be a good friend in any of the seasons. So I don't know why Shalewa is holding on to that friendship. Personally, for me, let the girl go, because she should have shut down Mohammed from the onset, not saying, oh, he just wanted to talk. Like, which best friend doesn't have your back and has the man's back instead? Like, that's already like a red flag, a red, I don't know, billboard. Let it go. Second thing, second. This whole Gen Z thing that they're trying to do is rather cringe and Raz. I would like that they don't continue with it. Obviously they are, but like I think that, you know, it's overdoing it. And speaking of overdoing it, another person that is also beginning to stress me out. I know people complained last season, but I was managing it. But this season, it's like, yeah, do you even have a script? Is Mommy Tiwa, like the whole, you know, always shouting, always like it's becoming it's been 6 seasons of this, like, yeah, they're overdoing it at this point. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Aries. If it's your first time seeing my video, I create Nollywood and lifestyle content, so if that's the kind of thing, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like this video, and turn on the post notifications. All right, so today we are reviewing episode 2 of season 7 of the Skinny Girl in Transit. It's a little bit late, but I'm here, and that's all that matters. Jumping right into it, this episode was slightly longer, and I feel like it's beginning to pick up a little bit. It's not still at the pace where it should be, but you know, it was much better than last week's episode. And I'm just going to like run through all the characters and just like touch on things that are doing my head in at the moment. The first person is Didi. Now, personally, I understand where she's coming from in the sense that this whole thing is stressful, and like really and truly, I think about it sometimes, like when I get married, am I really going to have someone in my space all the time? Like right now, I stay with my parents, right? And half of the time they don't see me, not because I'm outside, but because like I'm enjoying my space inside my room. I think there's a misconception that people think I'm an extrovert, but anyway, yeah, like I'm in my space. So imagine now getting married and having to share that space, or having to like communicate that, you know, I'm going through a lot. It just seems like a lot. Like, we like each other, yes. Why can't we live in separate places and we meet? We meet to do what we need to do. We meet to talk, we meet to hang out, and then we go to our separate places after. And also considering that the in-laws are rather stressful, personally, I feel like it's understandable why like it's even dragging on even much longer than you ideally would want it to be, because it's like, okay, something that's supposed to be a thing of joy has become a chaotic thing, and people are like just tricking their mouth in, and nobody's actually letting us talk, you understand? And then on top of that, the waka passes at the back, like the families were trying so hard to earn their urgent 2K. They were like, be back. I'm like, oh my gosh, guys. But yeah, I'm one in my film club. So if you don't know, I have a Nollywood film club where we watch movies, we review stuff together. It's really fun. So one in my film club pointed out something about how like there's very little chemistry between Tiwa and Didi, and it's so true. Like, it has even gotten worse over the years. Obviously, we know that in real life, Sharon and Bisola are like really, really close. But the fact that they're not able to, I don't know, fake it is a bit weird for me. These are supposed to be best friends, but it's just not working out in terms of like how they act it, but that's none of my business. Speaking of Tiwa stresses me. Tiwa kind of always stressed me. She really does stress me. But I completely get where she's coming from in terms of like her obsession with her child. Take it from me firsthand, and those of you that like maybe have had children or have like siblings or close friends that have children, you would agree with me that they just change. They become different people. They literally almost act like something is not okay. Because why is a 4-week-old baby like, oh, he can talk? Are you normal? Are you okay? But honestly, like, there's that like infatuation or like, I don't know, obsession with their children. I guess it's like, obviously when you go through what you go through, yeah, but like it's really, really weird how like, not weird is not the word, but it's interesting. Yes, I think interesting is the word. How like they just become different people, you know, how they become, oh, my baby, my this. I guess it's the motherly instinct. I know that whole thing of like, oh, I don't want my child to get close to anybody, all of those things. Like, I think it's really interesting. I like that they're portraying it. It does definitely make Tiwa look a bit crazy. But I really like that, you know, it's being portrayed, because it's a thing, it's a real thing. Okay, so we've done Tiwa, we've done Didi. Let's do Mide next before we now go into Shalewa and Mohammed. So Mide, first of all, I think Woli needs to actually pray for Mide and Tiwa together, because it's not normal that every time you are dealing with trials and tribulations, every time somebody's either trying to steal your man or your babe, or you're having like in-law issues, like, god damn, can't they catch a break? Which one is I can't wait to get in bed with you? I know the issue I have with all these people. They never actually go and tell their partner that, see, this is what this person has said. They'll be like, oh, false alarm. I don't want to ring. I don't want. This woman has told you with flirty eyes that she cannot wait to get in bed with you. I get it. You're thinking, is it like business-wise? But even him, he felt a bit weird. So now that he has felt weird, why not just open your mouth and go and tell your partner that, see you? He's just even joking. Do you even know what happened? There's not somebody, Kaim. Do you get? Because at least they will know. Because we know that this man is not going to let it die. And now in future, she'll be like, why didn't you tell me? Or it's going to look like Mide was entertaining it. She could have just shut it. There's that Love Island sound. Women don't like friendly. Shut it down. Exactly. He could just shut it down there and tell Tiwa as well. Other than that, this is another reason why personally, I don't live by this, but personally, it's good to marry medium ugly. It's good to marry medium ugly because there is no reason why every time they're having to fight trials and tribulations, what is the reason? Because Mide is fine. So if you go for a medium ugly man, at least you will have a little bit peace of mind, especially if you are insecure, or especially if you don't really like stress. Like, even if you're not insecure, you just don't like stress. You don't want to be fighting every 2 days. Just go for a medium ugly. Like, me, I don't live by it, because if the man is not fine, like, anybody that knows me very well knows that I like fine men. But I can see the arguments for medium ugly. I think I'm potentially open to trying it out, because I cannot be dealing with this. Like, I cannot be dealing with a newborn baby and having to fight for my man because he's a fine man. Like, what does that even mean? And then finally, Mide as a brother-in-law. I don't think I can hate Mide. I'm sorry, like, I feel like even if Mide cheats on Tiwa, I'll be like, there's a reason. Just kidding. But no, like, I don't think there's anything at the moment. I don't think Mide can do anything that will make him look bad in my eyes, because the way he just didn't even stress. He was just like, let's go and pick him up. I'm like, I love it. This is the energy I want. Like, if I tell you this thing is doing my head in, you solve it. Me, I'm an act of service girly. Like, that's my top love language. So anybody that's helping me or, like, you know, assisting me in something, you've won. Seeing me there, just like, and there was a tenderness he spoke about Shalewa. He was like, oh, that's our sister. It's never like, oh, that's our sister. God, brother-in-laws and brothers like Mide, like, these people you just know they have your back. Like, there's nothing you're going to do within reason that they won't have your back. And I really, really love it. I love the way he has embraced Shalewa as one of his own siblings, as like he's part of his own family. A lot of people like have in-laws but don't really have that close relationship with their in-laws, so it's really cute to see how Mide has just like done it. And honestly, Mide may be like the model man right now. I'm not going to lie, because he's giving money, he's very loving, he's caring, he's intentional, and you know, he cares about her family as well. And you know, one of my favorite things about Mide is that he always knows a guy. And I think that people don't understand how attractive that is. Personally, I pray to God that my partner or my husband knows a guy. I just really hope that whoever I marry knows a guy. Because, especially in a place like Nigeria, you need to know a guy. I just did my driver's license. I knew a guy. Passports, you have to know a guy. You even need to know a guy in the police station, because they may pick you one night. You just need to know a guy. And at the moment, the guys that I know, I don't really know any guy. Personally, I don't know any guys. If it's not my dad that knows a guy, then it's my brother-in-law that knows a guy. Like my AC, I just repaired my AC. My brother-in-law knew a guy that repaired that, came and did a good job. So my brother-in-law, my dad helped me with like passport, driver's license, like all those things, and then work. My job, I work at Tix. Tix is a ticketing platform here in Nigeria. If you don't know about it, I don't know. But yeah, my job is in sales, so it means that I meet a lot of people. So that also helps in my network. But obviously, that's like a professional setting. It's not the kind of know a guy that I mean. But you always just need to know a guy. And as a babe or as a woman, most of the times you don't know a guy. So I do hope that my partner knows a guy. Because the way Mide knows a guy, like anything, he's like, oh yeah, let me call. I need that in my life. I think we all need that. Like, if you're a woman that knows a guy, that's great. But if you're not a woman that knows a guy, I think it's important to find a man that knows a guy. I'm sorry, I feel like I would get the ick. This is completely aside, but I feel like I would get the ick if I'm going through something and my partner does not know it. Like, why don't you know a guy? That's literally your job. Your job is to know a guy. Like if I say, oh, I know a guy, let me call this guy. That's I don't know. But yeah. Now to the next person, and this person is pissing me off. Like I know I said Tiwa pisses me off, but this person is doing my head in, and it's sad because I was such a huge fan of Mohammed and Shalewa, but Mohammed has stressed me enough last season and this season. And honestly, at this point, I'm like, first of all, Mohammed he's crazy. That's the truth. Okay, no, before I say he's crazy, I actually feel bad for him because it's the writers that are doing him dirty. Mohammed was a good guy. All of us like Mohammed. He changed Shalewa's life. You know, he was like, upright, everything. And then the writers were like, we can't like this guy too much. Let's mess him up because the 360, that's 360, my bad. The 180 that has happened. I'm like, what's this? Who is this? We don't even know this. Even if because he's still wearing the cap, it may not be the one. It may be, you know how they were saying, it may be that he died and they replaced him. Because who is this person? Mohammed is one, crazy. Very crazy because that stunt he pulled at the end of episode 1 was a crazy stunt. 2, he's a liar. 3, at your big age, why are you giving a promise ring? You know, even if you want to give me a promise ring, why are you kneeling down to give me the promise ring? But wait, we are even old. Why are you still giving me a promise ring and say, oh, I promise you? Are you mad? What's the meaning of that? In the public, you didn't say, okay, you want to promise to love me in the private. You came to the public and said that you want to kneel down and give me a promise ring. At my age, so when I went to ask me what's this, I'll say I'm not engaged, but they promised to do. It's not on Shalewa to mend their issues. Mohammed actually needs to realize that he's the one that messed up, not Shalewa. Yes, in the past, she had done things, not as grave as this, but she had done things, and he chose to forgive her. That's fine, that's on him. But now, he needs to let her also have the space to make that choice, whether or not she wants to forgive him. Chasing her up and down and like choking her is not going to work. And he's not even giving her the space to understand how she feels. At the end of the whole day, she can agree to all of this and one day just realize that I don't want this anymore and then leave. What's the point? Give her the space. Of course, you're sorry. I'm not saying like now just waiting, but you have to do it with sense. There needs to be like a balance between trying to get her back and also giving her that space to make a decision. Because right now, he's just trying to get her back. He doesn't care about, like, he's making it about, do you know how I'm feeling? It's so hard for me. Bruh, you were the one that cheated with Farida. She didn't cheat. She didn't ask you to cheat. You were the one that cheated. And now you're making it about, oh, this is how I'm going to do. What of her? Like, what of how she's feeling? It's really, really doing my head in. And on top of that, he just keeps saying, oh my God, I love you so much. He doesn't realize that it's beyond I love you. Like, okay, yes, you love her, but there are so many things that you can do to show that you love her. For example, stand up to your damn family. Like, I was so shy when he was introducing her to his sisters, and they had that, like, very mean to me. I was hiding mine. I couldn't watch it. I get second embarrassed very fast. From film, from people, I get embarrassed. Like, my own, I don't really get. But other people, I can get embarrassed on their behalf. So I was so shy, I had to cover my face. Because I was like, what's the meaning of this now? Look at how she dressed, putting up effort. And his sisters are looking down on her and speaking anyhow about her in his presence. Not that he doesn't know, in his presence. And what did he do? He was just trying to cut eye for them. Are you mad? You've told her I will stand up to my family, and then we get there, and you're allowing me to be embarrassed like that. And then you think I'm going to take you seriously when you say you love me. How? Yeah, you love me, but like, what's the benefits? It's not showing I'm having to deal with the fact that you're a cheat, and then I'm having to deal with your family issues as well. And then on top of this, there's the possibility that you can marry a second wife. Clearly, as you guys can see, I'm very stressed. I'm very passionate about this because that's my girl. Like, I really like Shalewa, and I like Sharon. Like, as a person, I like Sharon. But as an actor, I also really, really like, or as a character, rather, I really like Shalewa because, you know, she's fun. I really like her, and she's going through so much, and it's majorly because of this stupid Mohammed, and he's putting her even through much more. And that's even what's doing me. Like, I know that Shalewa really likes Mohammed. Obviously, like, she needs to come in. It's very hard for her. But I would really like her to take out the time to think and like choose if this is really decide if this is what she wants for herself. Because she can't be dealing with this. She dealt with this before, but I think that sometimes things happen and you just realize that I can't be the one to fight for this anymore because I've done my best in fighting for this. It's now your turn. Like, you need to show me that as much as I've invested in you, you've also invested in me. And I would have the same opinion if the roles were flipped. It's not even like a like, if she was the one that cheated, I would feel like she has to be the one doing the groveling and the crawling within reason. Not that she'll be choking him the way he's choking her, but at least he should stand up to his family for her. Like, you can't bring her to that space without briefing them first. Me, I'm very scared of meeting like in-laws. I'm not going to lie to you guys. There was a time that I was going for a friend's graduation, and I knew obviously it's a graduation, so I knew that the parents are going to be there. I was very shy. Like, I was doing research about how to behave around people's parents. If you know me, if you're my close friend, you know how, like, I don't really like people meeting my parents, and I don't also like to meet other people's parents, because I think that it's just a very uncomfortable situation for both parties. So I can only imagine how I would feel when it's time to meet an in-law. I may just collapse. So if you are going to bring me, maybe I'll tell you a story time of like all the people that have met my father and how it's just gone. But if I'm going to bring somebody to my house to meet my father, I'm going to brief you. I don't believe in all those like, oh, come as you are. I get like, it depends on the parents you're meeting, but you know, you need to put in some effort. The way Shalewa dressed up in like a northern attire or something northern, like northern adjacent, exactly. You know, she could have come in one of her normal dresses, but you know, common sense as well. I'm of school of thought that if you're meeting someone for the first time, I'm not saying completely be a different person, but I'm also saying that, you know, try as much as possible to be respectful in the way you dress and the way you look and the way you address them, that kind of thing. So I will brief you. I will tell you that, okay, if this is not your usual style, this is what my dad would typically like, or you know, this is a good combination of what my dad would like and what you usually wear out of your own closet, just so that you're not, you know, blindsided. I will tell you, like, these are things that my dad would bring up. Basically, I will brief you. And I would expect that if you're bringing me to meet your family, you would brief your family on my behalf as well. Like, you know, you will tell me what to do, and you would also tell them about me so that they know what to expect. They are not confused, because you're throwing me under the bus and you're also throwing them under the bus. Both of us are not aware, and you're literally the link between two parties. You're the one that's supposed to make it as seamless as possible. So you cannot bring her to an event knowing fully well that your parents are not ready to like see her. Even your sisters. I feel like my sisters and my brother, I have 3 sisters and 1 brother. They are my guys. Like, if my siblings don't like you as a partner for me, then there's probably a problem somewhere there. So if my siblings are not on my side, that's already if my parents are not on my side, that's a different case, because we may not really see things eye to eye. But if my siblings are not on my side, then I'm going to have to pause. So even for the half sisters to feel that, to behave that type of way, I'm like, have you not done any groundwork? Have you not helped her matter in any way? Like, what's wrong with you? And I personally think that Shalewa taking that step to meet them was brave, but I don't even feel like they were at the point where she should have done that. And that's the thing, he's rushing everything for his own benefit so that, you know, he can loop her back in that like, oh, I love you so much space. She needs the time to process things. We've been dating for a while. I never met your parents. We have this whole issue. All of a sudden, you're giving me a promise ring, we're meeting your family, and I'm not even sure if this is what I want. We're supposed to be taking things slow at this point. Do you understand? Yeah, and it's just really sad that Shalewa is having to go through all of this by herself. Because as much as, you know, she's tried to call Tiwa is also going through her own stuff. Like, obviously being a new mom, it's really hard. It's not something, and like there are probably things that Tiwa is dealing with that Tiwa hasn't been able to voice out yet. So you can't also fault Tiwa for not being there for Shalewa, because Shalewa typically used to be there for Tiwa, because she's also going through her own stuff. But it's just really a sad situation for Shalewa herself that, you know, there's really nobody there for her to talk to. Yeah, personally, I feel like this is just really, really sad on my girl. And that's basically it. So yeah, those are all my thoughts, I think, about the season 7 episode 2. Yeah, those are all my thoughts. Obviously from this episode you can see that the themes are kind of coming out a little bit, dealing with in-laws, which is something I'm really looking forward to seeing, because it's a fear of mine. I'm very scared about having to meet somebody's parents. You know, what if they don't like me? What if they, bro, there's just a lot. Do people really talk about this? Because it's true. Do I go there and watch play? Do I not? Do I bring fruits? Do I not? Do I dress up? how do we do it? Those of you that have been married before, what do you do? What's the right thing to do? Anyway, back to the theme. So obviously I already mentioned like therapy and mental health, in-laws, and just like the whole wedding planning situation, being a first-time mom as well. I think for now those are like the three core themes I'm seeing. Obviously there's like the marriage bit of stuff, but I feel like, yeah, those are not like, but the core themes, I've mentioned those. I don't know what you guys thought about this episode. If you agree with me, let me know in the comment section. I really want you guys to tell me your thoughts. I also really want you guys to subscribe and share this video. I am trying to be consistent. I am trying to like put in the effort, but it's only easy, or it's easier when I see traction and I see that, oh, people actually are watching this, or people are commenting and they're letting me know how they think or what they think about the video. So please guys, please comment, subscribe, like this video, share this video as well. And yeah, if you want to join my film club, actually, let me know. I think I'm going to put I'm not going to put the link, or maybe I am. I don't know yet. But yeah, if you want to join my film club, let me know. Like I said, it's a club, a community of like people that watch Nollywood. We do virtual watch parties, we do physical watch parties once in a while. The people all over the world. We have people in the US and the UK, here in Lagos. So yeah, like it's really fun. We talk a lot, so if you're the kind of person that you don't want messages, this may not be for you. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and let me know what you think. I will see you guys in my next video next weekend. Hopefully I get it up on time. But for now, have a lovely week. Bye.